Cut.
Okay.
Are we still on?
We're on.
All right. Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. My name is Debbie, and this is Single Living with Hope. Today, I bring to you guys my amazing friend, Fernando Montoya. And I just wanted to welcome him onto my podcast. And today we are going to be discussing about men's perspective on how they view their singleness. So Fernando, tell us a little bit about that.
I view my singleness as very single.
Okay.
No, she knows I'm very funny, so I'm going to have a hard
Yes.
time being serious. But singleness, it definitely...
No,
dang.
Just kidding. Go ahead.
It definitely, at first, I viewed it as something of a challenge and like, even like you could say, not a curse, but you know what I mean? Like, oh, you're single, something's wrong with you. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I was divorced, unfortunately. So when I got divorced, in my church growing up, like divorce is a bad thing. Like you never get divorced. So I felt a little bit of shame. I felt a little bit of, like, oh, embarrassed to be divorced, single. Yes. But now I've learned to embrace it and that it's a gift. And I have come to appreciate the things you can have as a single person. Like, I have my kids every other week. So when I don't have my kids, I still have trouble. Like, okay, what do I do now? Like, I don't have kids, But I am finding those times where I'm like, hey, I could do whatever I want. I could go, sit on the couch and watch a movie. I could go, go to the park and go hiking. So I think singleness is great, and if it's for you for a temporary season, take advantage of it. I mean, don't think that it's a bad thing. Just go ahead and enjoy it. Make some goals. Definitely work on yourself, improve yourself, because if you're just single and you're just, I don't know, just existing in the world, it can be very discouraging, right? Right. But if you have a goal, like, okay, I want to get better at this. I want to play the guitar. I want to get into my word. This year I'm going to read the Bible through the whole Bible, which is one thing I'm doing. And as long as you have goals and things that you are working towards, you're just making yourself better. And then if someday you're not single, then you're going to be a better person for that other person, versus you just sit around and did nothing and ho hum, I'm single. Yeah, I'm a bump on a log. And then somebody comes along, what if the Lord brought somebody to you and you've been a bump on a log, and they're going to be like, oh, this is the one that, that God.
Right.
Versus, you've worked on yourself and you've become, I don't know, a beautiful branch or whatever, and yeah. So single working towards, being married, great. Some people are going to be single for their whole life. Embrace it, don't think it's a curse. Look at it as a blessing. And I think I'm talking a lot, so.
No, how long has it been since you've been divorced?
So January 17th of 2020 is when I got served papers, and I say it was a surprise because I didn't know about it. So I was walking the dog, and this guy followed me in the car. I'm like, who is this guy? Served me papers. I thought it was actually a practical joke. Mm-hmm. So I ended up figuring out, like, oh my gosh, this is real. And it was right before COVID. And so, as you know, everything became exponentially harder with COVID. It took a year to finalize the divorce because court on Zoom calls, like that was never a thing. And I think it's still kind of there, but mostly, they do have face-to-face, but it was all Zoom. So, if something didn't work out, okay, we'll meet next month and next month. And so I had a pretty difficult divorce, I would say, because of COVID, but also we just couldn't come eye to eye. So the divorce was finalized in 2021, February 5th.
So a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A year and change, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I say that was a pretty hard year because, my birthday's the 4th. I got divorced. The divorce finalized. The judge signed it on the 5th. And my dad passed away on February 9th. So it was a tough year. But,
so not only were you going through your divorce, but you were also going through the emotions of losing your father. Yeah.
It was surreal because I found out he was in the hospital. And I'm like, okay, I'm coming. And they're like, no, don't come because you can't go in the hospital. And I was going to go.
Through the COVID?
Yeah, they wouldn't let you in the hospital. They didn't even let my mom in the hospital.
Wow.
God kind of did a miracle there because she was like at the nurse station or whatever, and they were like, "Man, you can't come," blah blah. And she was like, my mom's a strong Christian, and so she just prayed, and lo and behold, the director of the hospital came through.
Wow.
One of the directors, and he was like, Miss Alma Montoya. She was like, hey, what are you doing here? Oh my! And my husband, and he was like, what? He goes, come here. And so he got her, got her in. She bibbed up and everything, and she got to go see my dad. I think 2 days or a day before he passed away.
Okay.
But yeah, he was alone when he passed away, unfortunately. And but yeah, that's why that year my dad passed away, and so I say since 2020 or 2021 really. So now it's either 5 or 6 years the way you look at it. So.
And do you feel that you've healed from that time frame where you've come to acceptance of obviously being by yourself and you're okay being single, or do you struggle? What are some things that you struggle with? You see yourself today?
I think if I'm honest, I mean, I don't know, like if anyone ever truly heals. I mean, God can definitely heal you 100%. Do I feel like I've reached that point? I don't think I have, because there's layers and layers and layers of things, right? And then it's funny because you get into a point where you start to peel back layers on that, divorce and all the things that happen there. But then it sort of intermingles with your own layers that you've had, that maybe stuff you've never resolved for your whole life up to that marriage. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's like you lived a whole life, you got married, and then you had this marriage, which mine was 18 years. And then I'm over here trying to heal and recover. And it's like, yeah, I might peel back some layers from the marriage, but then I'm starting to peel back layers from stuff going way back to my childhood. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, am I healed? So, but I'm doing the best I can because I want to be the best person I can for that next, lady. So
Yes.
Whoever God has for me. And I'm hoping she does the same, right?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, I don't want to take any more of your time. I thank you so much for joining me today. And my lovely assistant over here, Miss Shanika, turn the camera around so they can see you.
Oh.
Say- That's all we got for today, guys. We'll continue on our next podcast. We're going to actually have 3 gentlemen joining us, and we're going to be asking some very awesome questions as far as singleness and what
Hard
you
questions,
ladies. Yes, they're hard, challenging questions, but actually they're realistic things that we struggle with as single individuals. So anyway, we look forward to seeing you guys next time. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll talk to you soon. Take care. Peace.